I believe that you have everything inside of you to have a perfect life and a perfect business. However, people sometimes sabotage their success with either limiting thoughts or behaviors or habits that don't serve them anymore. You have to be willing to challenge them and shift them and change them to have the life and the business that you deserve. I'm Mary Pat Knight. I'm the CEO of Leaders Inspired. It's a company I founded about 15 years ago. We help CEOs and their teams develop emotional intelligence and leadership skills. We have a unique approach at Leaders Inspired. We really start with understanding the leader, the apex, to find out where the pain points are and to understand the frustrations. And a lot of times what's interesting is that the leader doesn't understand that the frustrations actually have started with him or her. And so they're blaming the team. And the team also has dysfunction. And not that they're bad people, not that they don't want to produce, but they're not communicating well, or they're holding secrets, or they're not all rowing towards the same shore. So our unique approach is to go in a very kind and direct way to diagnose what the issue is. Once we diagnose what the issue is, we know the playing field. And so then we can take a look at the individual and unique things that go on in that business, and we can create a remedy for them to improve their leadership and their EQ. At Leaders Inspired, we offer a variety of ways to interact with our clients. It emanates from a signature system called Leadership Mastery. Leadership Mastery is a group interaction that happens over a 6-month period of time. But we also offer one-on-one executive coaching, executive retreats, strategy planning, human resource and organizational consulting, and group coaching programs. We also have a portion of our programming that's digital. You can access it online and just learn at your own leisure. So I can honestly say that I am a natural born leader. I was the first child, grandchild, cousin, niece, sister in an Irish Catholic family where 4 of my grandparents were immigrants to this country from Ireland. So I learned leadership skills from them just from the very nature of how they had to make their way in a new land. But also being first meant that I was first. I was the first to take the step. I was the first to go to school. I was the first to finish college. I was always first. And so I'm comfortable being out in front. That really has led me to take amazing risks in my career, and has also really filtered into the fact that I understand what leadership is, really from a very young age. So it makes sense that leadership would be the career path that I choose, because business, risk, being the first of everything, it's really good fertile ground to create leadership development and leadership expertise. Leaders Inspired works with small to mid-sized companies that have an entrepreneurial heart. Generally, an entrepreneur has started the company and is now experiencing growing pains moving from the entrepreneur to the professionally managed firm. And we help them navigate those growing pains. So what we do is that we'll come in and we'll work with the CEO and generally the CEO's team and or teams, and we help them understand where the gap is in their leadership performance. And then we plug the holes in the gap. So I think the most important message that I want to share is that it's really important for you to step up as a leader. You can't leave it to the person next to you. You have to do it. And when you do it and you lead the way, people will follow you forward. And if the world needs anything right now, the world needs heart-centered leaders. And so your time is now.